I ended up hanging out with girls a lot,
Yeah.
and I just always felt that they weren't treated equally, and,
Yeah.
they weren't treated with respect, especially because of the way that Aberdeen treated women. I mean, just in general, women are totally oppressed in small towns like that and all over America.
The iconic frontman of Nirvana, Kurt Cobain, was a legendary figure in the rock music industry. Before his untimely death in 1994, Cobain, well known for his raw talent, distinctive voice, and troubled inner life, left a profound impact on music and culture. Throughout his life, he had several important relationships with women who influenced both his personal and creative development. Ronnie Toira was Kurt's girlfriend in 7th grade, an innocent early crush rather than a serious romance. He even gave her a piece of his artwork as a sentimental gesture. There were kids in school that clearly were troubled or were outcasts, but he wasn't one of them, she said. He was just quieter than most, not unsociable, simply quiet. Andrea Vance briefly dated Cobain in 1983, according to the biography Heavier Than Heaven. She recalled that Cobain unexpectedly visited while she was babysitting. He was darling. He had great blue eyes and a killer smile. His hair was soft and really pretty. He didn't talk much, and when he did, he was soft-spoken. They spent afternoons watching The Brady Bunch and interacting with the children she was caring for. Their brief teenage romance involved affectionate moments, but it never became more serious. He was very sweet and respectful, she said. That same summer, Cobain experienced an event he later described in his journals as a deeply confusing and emotionally difficult encounter involving a young woman with developmental challenges. According to his own writings, the situation left him with long-lasting feelings of shame and self-reproach, both for being involved at all and for the emotional turmoil it caused him afterward. The girl's father later reported concerns to the school, and Cobain noted in his journals that he was questioned by authorities. He wrote that he narrowly avoided legal consequences because the girl was legally an adult and, due to a technical detail, he could not be identified from a yearbook. The incident remained a heavy emotional burden throughout his life. Back in Aberdeen, Cobain began his junior year and started a romantic friendship with Jackie Hagara, then 15. They lived near each other and often walked to school together. Although he was behind in math and placed in a freshman class, she liked his smile. One day after school, he showed her a drawing of a rock musician on a desert island, his idea of paradise. She complimented the drawing, and 2 days later he returned with a beautifully enlarged, airbrushed version. "It's for you," he said shyly. Even though Jackie already had a boyfriend, they continued spending time together and occasionally held hands. One afternoon, he kissed her in front of her house. "I thought he was so cute," she remembered. Toby Vale, drummer for Bikini Kill, dated Cobain briefly in the late 1980s. She introduced him to the Olympia feminist punk scene, which strongly shaped his writing and worldview. Though their relationship was short, the influence they had on each other's work was significant. Cobain's first long-term relationship was with Tracy Marander, whom he met in 1987. She played a major role in his early career, providing stability and support during Nirvana's rise. She inspired songs such as About a Girl. Although they split in 1990, they remained on good terms. In the early 1990s, Cobain briefly dated folk singer Mary Lou Lord. They connected quickly during a Nirvana tour. Some of the acoustic sensibilities reflected in MTV Unplugged were said to be influenced by their time together. Their relationship ended shortly before Cobain's death. Jennifer Finch, bassist for the band L7, also had a short relationship with Cobain during the early 1990s. Though brief, they remained friends, and some of Nirvana's later, more aggressive tracks show the influence of the musicians he surrounded himself with during that period. Cobain also had a brief romantic connection with Kat Bjelland, lead singer of Babes in Toyland. Her forceful vocal style and feminist perspective helped shape some of Cobain's politically charged lyrical themes. They remained friends after their peaceful split. In the early 1990s, Cobain developed a short-lived romantic interest in Melissa Auf der Mauer, bassist for Hole. He admired her musicianship and stage presence, which sparked a personal connection, though the relationship ended before his death. In conclusion, each of Kurt Cobain's relationships influenced him in different, meaningful ways. These women shaped his artistic growth, emotional world, and personal struggles. Their stories provide insight into the complex, often troubled life of a man whose music continues to resonate across generations.